to win Mutya Ng Pilipinas 2024?
Thank you for that question. The way that I would use my title for Mutya Ng Pilipinas would be able to help educate women, help inspire them to be their greatest self. I believe that Filipino women, especially including myself, for example, are able to achieve greatness unbounded by where you're based.
Okay, thank you very much. For Mutya Ng Pilipinas Canada, my question is, what important qualities that a winner of Mutya Ng Pilipinas should possess that can be emulated by other women?
For starters, I think that the qualities that a Mutya Ng Pilipinas should possess is someone with a kind heart. I think a Mutya should be very open to helping others. I also think she should be very graceful. She should be able to go through any situation with grace. And lastly, to be kind. I think that kindness goes a long way, and regardless of if it's your co-candidates or if it's the organization, you can spread that love not just to the Filipinos here in the Philippines, but Filipinos from Canada and Filipinos all around the world.
Thank you so much. And finally, for Mutya Ng Pilipinas Washington, what platform or idea would you like to showcase as Mutya Ng Pilipinas candidate?
As someone, a candidate from the United States, I want to show that Filipino Americans are just as Filipina, and I want to make all of Filipinas proud. So I want to empower everyone, Filipinos all over the world.
Thank you so much, and best of luck to all of you.
Our next question will be coming from J. Barbo, Housing Trend. Good afternoon to all our ladies sa nagagandahang BBB. Well, anyway, I'd like to call to candidates. Rather, magandang tawag Mutya. Ayan, I'd like to call Mutya ng General Trias City, and as well as Mutya ng Pilipinas, Zambales.
J.
First question is for Mutya ng General Trias City. Dear, the question is, what has been the most difficult piece of criticism you've ever received? And how did it affect your current identity?
In my time in this world, I think that the most destructive piece of criticism that I have received is in terms of my physical aspect. Because as a woman, we shouldn't be limited to certain standards, such as having chubby face, chubby body, and having flaws in our skin. Actually, it is not. We should not call it as a flaw. We should call it as our perfection. And that as a woman, an empowered woman standing here on stage and embracing to be a Mutya in the future and now, I want all women to believe in themselves and be confident and accept your physical aspect of whoever you are and whatever you look like. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mutya ng General Trias City. Now you call Mutya ng Pilipinas, Zambales. Your question is, what's your number one piece of advice for a happy life?
Thank you so much for the question. I believe that we should have wisdom. This belief, this wisdom has many aspects, such as knowledge, self-awareness, and being able to empower everyone. I believe that if we all have wisdom, if we practice this within ourselves, we'll be able to share this to everyone, show kindness, show this wisdom, teach people how to use their knowledge and bring awareness to a lot of things. So I believe that having wisdom within ourselves, we'll be able to share this to a lot of people, not just for our community, our hometown, but also for the whole Philippines. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ladies, and best of luck.
Our next question will be coming from Anton Edeves, Housing Trend.
Magkabaliktad sila. Good afternoon, everyone. So, I'm from Pageant. So, my question goes to Miss Batangas City and Miss Bulacan.
Hindi may listahan. There's no point in this.
Alright, so same question for both of you. Alright, so we all know that there's a lot of beauty pageant here in the Philippines. So what made you decide to join Mutya Ng Pilipinas pageant?
Just to inform everyone, this is my first national pageant after my 7 local pageant. I've prepared for this pageant for almost 1 year because I thought it would be happen on last May. But I know that God let me do this in this time because I am ready now. I build myself and I know that I empower more women through my advocacy and my purpose.
Thank you. Alright, same question.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we all know, Mutya Ng Pilipinas has different international titles. And what I like about Mutya is that it doesn't only focus on one advocacy. Rather, it has women empowerment, environmental awareness, and it also has cultural heritage, which makes us proud. And I want to share to everyone what I can. As a cancer support advocate and a businesswoman, I believe that Mutya Ng Pilipinas is the perfect partner for me to contribute to the society by partnering with their organization. Thank you.
Next question will be coming from Edge Denoria, Pageantology 101.
Nasaan mo siya? Nasaan mo siya? Wait lang, salamin ako. Mutya Pampanga, Iha, and Mutya Cebu. Alright. I have one common question for you. Okay. Ms. Cebu, what do you think are some important issues you feel that need to be addressed in the Philippine pageant community?
Thank you for your question and good afternoon, everyone. I firmly believe that this issue is very important because I experienced this as a pageant candidate. As a pageant candidate, I am not fully confident with myself because I came from family which is unprivileged. That is why I want to address issues, especially mental empowerment to candidates to help them realize their true potential, especially for those who came from a family with family problems, who came from not good backgrounds, and candidates who feel doubtful of their abilities because they have so many absence in their life. I believe that if we could empower women, if we could teach them that it all starts in the mind, we could have candidates who is fully comfortable, confident, and know their worth. Because as a Mutya, our pearl is not just what they see in outside. Our pearl lies within our insides of our heart and the insides of our mind. So I believe that it is very important for a Mutya to be mentally empowered because our mind becomes our action and our action becomes a result which can help us make a powerful impact in our society. Thank you.
Umabot sa timer. Umabot talaga sa timer. Yeah, congratulations. Ang galing. Best presentation pala, Ms. Cebu. Parang finals na. And of course, Ms. Pampanga, ulitin natin yung tanong. So, what do you think are some important issues you feel that need to be addressed in the Philippine pageantry community?
I think in this day and age, we all know that we experience different cataclysm wherein it really impacts us, all of us humans. And one issue that I would like to talk about in this pageantry is all about environment, which is being neglected. Because we, all humans, are accountable of being an earth keeper, and we should know that first, if we know how to take care of our environment, it will have an existential impact in everything that we do in our life. Because if we learn how to take care of our environment, we were able to sustain our daily living and we could have a better future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Cebu, and being the official candidates of Mutya.
Pwede ba umulit?
Umulit lang ako. Miss Canada, why should you be the next Mutya Ng Pilipinas?
I think I should be the next Mutya Ng Pilipinas because
coming from an overseas community, I can show people that you can turn your dreams into a reality, and that's what I'm doing right now. I moved from Canada here to the Philippines to pursue my dreams, and I think that's something that I can share with the rest of everyone else, that as long as you put your mind to it, then it is very possible. I also think I have a lot to show to the organization in terms of advocacy and in terms of, like I said before, being able to reach not just the Filipinos in Canada, but the Filipinos all around the world.
Thank you and good luck. For Ms. Zambales, what does the word Mutya mean to you?
Sorry. Thank you for that question. I believe that Mutya is someone who is very open, very aware, someone who empowers everyone through issues, whether it be mental, social, physical, and a lot of aspects. As the candidate said, Mutya serves as an inspiration to a lot of things and a lot of issues. And one of that is cultural appreciation. I believe that Mutya should influence people in really choosing the Philippines and embracing this country, that it is a land of beauty that only can be surpassed by the beauty of its people. So that what Mutya is for me, and that what Mutya really stands for us Filipinos. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Kay Kabayan. Hi.
Hi, good evening. Good afternoon.
Okay, this is your question. If given the opportunity, how would you promote the Philippines on an international stage as Mutya ng Pilipinas?
Thank you for that question. If I will be given a chance to show to the world or in the international stage our culture, the Philippines, I will truly show to them how welcoming we are, how we really give our best and resilience in every difficulties we have in life. I believe that you should always believe in yourself, because that comes from within. So I will show in the international stage that we are resilient and we are welcoming to the world. That will be all. Thank you.
Thank you. Mutya ng Valenzuela. As a Mutya ng Pilipinas candidate, what does being a modern Filipina mean to you? And how do you embody this concept?
As a Mutya ng Pilipinas candidate, for me, a modern Filipino is someone who walks the talk. Someone who doesn't just talk, but someone who creates an action. And I think I embody that. I am an embodiment of Mutya because I am a volunteer director in our parish in Valenzuela. And I'm also partnered with some organizations in Valenzuela City wherein we create some charity institutions and charity works. So, and this I think, being a woman of action makes me a Mutya. Thank you.
Thank you, girls. Good luck. Our next question will be coming from audience.
So, same question lang din po. Okay, my question is, this August, we celebrated the success of our Filipino athletes in the Paris Olympics 2024. Also, on top of the town is the misunderstanding between a loving mother and her loving son. So my question is, what are some important lessons parents can learn from their children? You first, Miss.
Thank you. I would like to believe that one of the toxic traits that we have here in the Philippines when it comes in a family is obligating their children to give back to their parents and to sustain their daily living. And I think that is something that we need to change. We, as parents, you should know that you should be the one who guides them, who help your children to feel loved and cared for. And I think if you're able to let them feel that, they would have that willingness to give back to their parents. And after all, you are a family that should have nothing but love, nothing but care, and you as parents, you should not dictate your children, rather guide them. Thank you.
Okay, same question and then for Mutya and Vanessa.
In a very traditional country like the Philippines, all of us know and are familiar that we are very strong when it comes to familiar bonds. Now, just like any other matter, these matters must be settled in private. The respect must always be there. We must draw boundaries, yes, of course, but I still believe that familiar matters must be settled behind the scenes. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question. Ms. Maybay, if I were a judge, why should I choose you as the next Mutya ng Pilipinas?
I should be the next Mutya because I adhere to the core values of Mutya, which is to inspire. Inspire women to be better version of themselves and empower them to reach their dreams no matter how hard it is. And most importantly, to have a purposeful tomorrow, just like what is Mutya is doing right now. Thank you.
My question is, why do you consider yourself as an empowered woman?
I possess many characteristics that I believe would help me to become an inspiring Filipina. I am adaptable and resilient. No matter what challenge will come to my life, I'll be always strong and I'll be able to do what I really want to do, which is my advocacy. That is the reason why I am an empowered Filipina.
Ms. Damay,
Do you mind repeating the question?
why do you consider yourself as an empowered woman?
I consider myself as an empowered woman because I am someone who never gives up in the face of challenges. There are many challenges that we face in life. These are not avoidable. It depends on you on how you are going to deal with them. No matter how hard they may be, it's up to you to find the strength, to find the light in the darkness, to find the love, and to find the grace to forgive yourself over and over again. And that is what makes me an empowered Filipina. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, and good luck.
Thank you for the wonderful question. Before I move on, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Andy Yates, the Chief Operating Officer of CW.
Good afternoon, ladies. Ang gusto kong tanungin is si mga Mutya Palawan, Mutya Batangas, at si Mutya Canada. Okay. Salamin ako. Wala ako. Magsasalamin ako para mas makita ko ang inyong kagandahan. Foresighted ako. Miss Batangas. Okay, ikaw na akong tatanungin. Mamili ka. 1, 2, or 3? 2. Okay. That's the most important question. How do you think the diversity of cultures within the Philippines can be showcased in a global pageant setting?
I think the culture globalization of the Philippines can be better understood by showing the authenticity that we have. That we Filipino are very transparent with each other, and that we stand on what is right and stand on what we know in our culture.
Okay, thank you. Miss Canada, Mutya ng Canada, 1 or 3? 1. Okay. An intriguing question. I think this is kind of familiar for you. In pageant settings, do we have to protect the candidates from criticisms from the industry? For example, somebody commented on your figure, on your hairstyle, on even how you present yourself. For example, on a screening committee, or a judge, or a pageant media. Should you be protected from it because you will be hurt? Or should you be able to answer it and rise above from it?
No, I don't believe us as candidates should be protected from these criticisms. I only say that because coming into pageantry, we know that you're in the public eye, and I think as candidates, we should know that once we get that criticism, we'll be able to use that for the better of ourselves. We can use that towards bettering ourselves and continuing to make pageantry ever-changing. So I don't think that we should be protected from these criticisms. I think that we should be able to use them for the better of ourselves.
Thank you. Thank you, Mutya Canada. And Ms. Mutya Palawan, you have no other choice but the third question. It's kind of simple though. How do you define the real beauty, the real physical beauty of a Mutya ng Pilipinas?
I firmly believe that being beautiful isn't about our skin, our physical body, but I can tell that a truly Filipino beauty is someone like the skin that I have. You know, we know that the stereotype of beauty, like white skin, tall, but for me, the true Filipino beauty is someone who is morena, like myself. And I believe that this is not a disadvantage for me because I'm Filipina. And even though people criticize me for my skin, this is where I get my strength to move forward and to get this as my advantage in this competition. And I also want to tell to other person that when we know how to love ourselves, we can also love other people. And by doing that, we will able to shine within us or within ourselves. Thank you.
Okay, thank you ladies and best of luck.
Is, where do you see yourself 5 years from now, and how would winning Mutya ng Pilipinas contribute to that vision?
5 years from now, I see myself as someone who graduated college already and started working as an architect. If I win Mutya ng Pilipinas, I will use my platform to help the heritage in Davao City. And I will use my knowledge as an architect to make sure that it is safe and none of it is touched and it's glowing and showing its best. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is for Mutya Melbourne. What legacy would you like to leave behind if you were crowned Mutya ng Pilipinas?
I would like to really connect with our overseas Filipino communities. The reason why I joined this pageant is to connect with my cultural heritage. Because as a younger child, I never had the interest to really connect with my roots. So coming here today, I really want to inspire other Filipinos abroad and tell them that it's never too late to connect with your roots because culture serves as part of your identity. Thank you.
Thank you. And then lastly, for South Caloocan, just a basic question. What do you think is your edge among other candidates?
Thank you. But my edge among all my candidates is because I have gained experiences. I am 28 years old and I am a professional architect. And aside from that, I have experience throughout my time experiencing the struggles that I have with my family. And I know that through my experiences, I know that I can inspire other people, especially to all the youth. I never thought that I would be here right now. I am standing here as someone who believes in myself. It's because someone believes in me. And I know that through this platform, I know that the youth today can be our leaders tomorrow, and I can inspire them and I can encourage them. Thank you.
Thank you and best of luck.
Our next question will be coming from Ito Concepcion from the Manila State.
Mutya ng Pilipinas is the best when it comes to inviting candidates overseas. So my question, what is the best thing that you can do to your community, particularly to the neediest sector in your community, that will leave a lasting legacy to the people? Miss California first.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Sorry.
Okay, what's the best thing that you can do to your community, particularly to the neediest sector, that can leave a lasting legacy to the people?
One of the things that I can do is promote the Philippines, not only by showing how beautiful our islands truly are, but also how hospitable and welcoming us Filipinos are. And I think that that's why tourists come here, because of our culture, our food, and how welcoming we are.
Thanks so much, Miss California. Same question, Miss Canada.
Coming from an overseas community, I have noticed the difference between living in Canada and living in the Philippines and the cultures. I realized that the Filipino community in Canada is huge and they show just as much love to pageantry or any other Filipino as we do here in the Philippines. So I do believe that if I were to win Mutya Ng Pilipinas and take home the main title, I think that I could use that to my advantage to allow the Filipinos here to see that even though that we're so far apart from each other and we're across the world from each other, we still connect the same way and we still carry the love of the Filipinos all throughout the world.
Best of luck, Miss Canada. Same question, Miss Washington.
So where I'm from, there are a lot of Filipinos. It's a very big Filipino community in Seattle. And I want to show the world, not just the Philippines, but I want to show everyone that the U.S. has a very strong family background, just like the Philippines does. The Filipino Americans there, they value the same things, such as family, spending time together, empowering each other. So I do want to show everyone that Filipino Americans are just as Filipino. Thank you.
Thanks so much, and best of luck sa preliminaries and coronation.
Our next question will be coming from Sir Norman.
To listen. You just need to listen well to the question. The question goes like this: what do you love most about yourself? And how do you plan to use this to work to your advantage in this competition? Let me repeat. What do you love most about yourself? And how do you plan to use this to your advantage in this competition? Let's start with Kiara, New Zealand.
Thank you. What I love about myself is my authenticity, being genuine, and just being myself, presenting myself well, respecting other people, and that's really important. As a pastoral care coordinator by profession, I have a lot of Filipino migrant workers in New Zealand, and we all know Filipinos are very resilient, very hardworking, and I can use that to tell everyone that you should love yourself and that you should show everyone that you can be whoever you want to be. And I can use that here to tell and inspire other girls that you can also be one of the candidates of Mutya. Just with the right mindset, with the right heart, just do it. You can do it.
Thank you, Miss Lucilla. You look like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oh, you might have been born yet. Is it Stacy?
Yes, I'm Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy.
One thing that I love about myself is that I have these big dreams that I wanted to realize. I do believe that if you wanted to help people, help your community, you have to know who you are and realize all your potential, and that starts with following your dream, following your passion. And I do believe that here in Mutya Ng Pilipinas, I have a good start in doing that. And I hope to inspire other people to go for your passion, because that is where you're going to have a fulfilled heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pagkasinan. And good luck, ladies.
Our next question will be
going towards sustainability. As a Mutya candidate, how do you define and practice sustainability, Valenzuela?
I believe that sustainability can be interpreted in infinite versions. I myself, my simple practice of sustainability is reusing my old clothes instead of buying new one, or even reusing my old bottles instead of buying new one. And this simple practice has big impact into sustainability. And as your Mutya Ng Pilipinas, I'd like to encourage everyone to consider sustainability not only in our environment but also in our everyday lives, so that we can have a world that is inhabitable in our future generations. Thank you.
Same question, Kamari.
Thank you for that question. Sustainability can be applied in the workplace by simply following the call time. Especially me as a flight attendant in our airline industry, we follow strict sign-in time so that we can serve our passengers to point A to point B. So I would like to share to everyone that to follow the rules of the company or any organization, and by that, we can live a sustainability life for you and to everyone and to the company or organization. Thank you.
Can you repeat the question, please? Thank you.
With companies and businesses going towards sustainability, as a Mutya candidate, how do you define and how do you find?
How do you define?
How do you define sustainability and practice it on your own?
Personally, I define sustainability by upholding corporate social responsibility. This is when companies or any organizations follow through or support the SDG goals, which is like world hunger and the like, especially for environment. And for me, I think that sustainability means to do thorough research and to keep on learning. Thank you.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Our next question will be coming from Attorney Ton of DZRH.
Dahil very Filipino ang pageant ng Mutya Ng. By the way, I'm Attorney Ton. I'm from DWIC. Di na po ako taga DZRH. Nandun sa DZRH nakalagay, and Newswatch. Hindi na rin po Newswatch. Mali lahat. The Watch and the News na po ako ngayon. Okay. DWIC and the News. Anyway. Okay. Dahil very Filipino ang pageant ng Mutya ng Pilipinas, magtatanong ako sa salitang Tagalog. Okay. From Paranaque City muna. Ang tanong ko, tama ba ako o mali?
Tama.
And why?
Because I believe that you're always right because you're an attorney and you can defend what's wrong. But
Tagalog din po.
Okay.
And I'm not a real lawyer. I'm a real liar.
Okay. Dahil naniniwala ako na lahat na nagmumula sa iyong bibig ay katotohanan lamang, at kahit na mali ang iyong ipinaglalaban ay kaya mo pating itong i-validate dahil iyon ang iyong profesyon. Yun lang.
Ang sinungaling talaga mga pagkado na. Sorry. Okay. Next, what do you think is the difference between Mutya and Binibini?
Can I answer in English?
Sure. Kasi English naman din tanong ko eh.
Okay. I think that the difference of Mutya with Binibini is that Mutya is more than the glitz and glam. The girls standing in front of you, we are diverse, we fight for different causes, we have different advocacies, and I think that this is what sets us apart from other pageants in the Philippines. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next question, our last question for the Baking the Crown Philippines.
Thank you. I don't speak. Yeah, I'd like to call on Abu Dhabi, Antipolo, Aurora, and personally, just one more time for Miss Davao, please. And Mamini Batangas. Okay, so everyone.
Alright, I just have one question for all of you, and I'm just curious to know who your beauty icons are, or who do you consider to be your beauty icon? Why do you consider them as such?
I'll go first. My beauty icon definitely Pia back because she carries her faith and her belief in herself. That no matter what happened in life and prior to her previous pageantries, she didn't give up. She has this strong faith to herself, her belief to herself that she can do it. And we all know that she won the crown. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Definitely my beauty icon would be my mother. And the reason that I keep joining pageantry is because it was her dream for me, my late mother. So my first pageant was last 2018, and then I keep joining. And my last national pageant was during the Miss Philippines Earth, and that was a year ago, and now I'm here. And what moved me to keep joining is that I would really want to commemorate my mother, and the reason that she would keep telling me to be a beauty queen is because she sees something in me. She saw that I can really be someone who can stand on her own. I can really be someone who can inspire, and someone who knows no boundaries at all. And before she passed away, you know what? I told her in the ER that, would you allow me to join again? Because I really want to prove to you that there's one more thing for me out there. And it's a sad story, and I don't want to go through all that. So, yeah, my mother, and this is all for her.
As for me, it would also be Tia back because she received a lot of losses before she won the crown. And recently, I lost my recent pageant, which is in my school. And that's one of the things that are hard to accept. But I believe that I had that realization that failures and mistakes will not be a hindrance to pursuing my dreams. So I'm standing here as a Mutya, showing you that my dreams will become my future. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My beauty icon would be Catriona Gray because I am inspired of how she represented our country, her values, and how she strived hard for her to be able to represent our country. Just like me, I am inspired to represent my province, Mabini, Batangas, so I can also be like Catriona Gray. Thank you.
My beauty icon would be my best friend. She wakes up at 4 a.m. in the morning just to curl her hair and to go to school. It's the dedication she puts in every single day to look good in front of in school. And with that dedication, it takes way more than just waking up. It takes guts for her to do that every day to make sure that she looks good. And not only all the support that she gives me, I know she always has my back. She's just such an icon for me because not only does she take care of me, she makes sure that I have everything straight. So my best friend is my beauty icon. Thank you.
I'd like to hear from Ms. Mutya Ng Pilipinas also. Same question.
Sorry. For me, my beauty icon is my mom as well. At the age of 15, I started working already when my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer to help her for her medications. And during that time, she was sick, but she is still doing her best to provide for me and for my siblings. And during the pandemic, it was very sad that she passed away. And I was left with 2 siblings. And up to this day, I am doing what my mom did to us, to provide, to inspire, and always take care of my siblings. Because at the end of the day, time is something that we cannot get back, and family matters the most. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all of your questions. At this point, we will be awarding the Media Darling and